You know what else is pissing me off about the Kings?
Uh-oh, Kyle. Just air your grievances,
No,
Kyle.
I'm going to. Here's the thing. So you said, well, they were competitive last night. Did they? Like, I don't. The whole like keep trying thing, like to build a culture and do that thing. Okay, I'm with that. That matters to me for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the case, if it's like, yeah, we're just going to go out there, we're going to play hard, and this is about the future, because that's ultimately what the playing hard thing is about. This is not about wins and losses, because the Kings aren't good enough to go, yeah, hey, if you just try, you're going to win. Like, no, they're not. Like, that will undoubtedly be part of the case as their schedule lightens up. We got a great stat from our buddy Chris Biederman that we'll give you in a second. But the whole trying thing is related to a culture and establishing that culture, correct?
Yeah.
And establishing a foundation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I count maybe two players who played significant minutes last night who might be part of that foundation.
Well, I don't know that I could do
I'm
that.
I'm sorry. No. Zero.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Precious Achiuwa in a second. But I've got Maxime Reynaud playing 18 and a half minutes. I've got Keon Ellis playing 10 and a half minutes.
Yep.
And I've got Nate Clifford playing 8 minutes. I don't give a damn that Dennis Schroeder tried hard last night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that doesn't move me at all.
That's the problem when you're trying to win, even though you're not going to win, but the goal is still to win. And like at some point during this season, you would hope that it would transfer to, okay, what's next? I mean, it should be now. It should be now, but I also think the team has
3 games ago.
Yeah, but I think the team also has this built-in excuse that, okay, well, Keegan's been out and we have had a bunch of other games of, players missed games, and we need to see what it looks like after this ridiculously stupid schedule and with Keegan Murray. We need to see what it looks like, right? If we were sitting here right now and the team was, maybe 1 or 2 wins better with Keegan Murray and Keegan had never been hurt, I think we would feel even worse.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like 2 games. So now you have this idea that there's a possibility that maybe you're a little bit better than this because you do have a player who's going to come back and fit right into the starting lineup and play 35 minutes a night. And he's your best two-way player without any question. And he might shore up some things and at least give you options against some things. But it's just so speculative at this point. Like, we can talk about how Keegan's a good 3-point shooter and stuff. First of all, he hasn't been a good 3-point shooter for a little while. He needs to get back to being a good 3-point shooter. But secondly, I don't think that this group is willing to see if he's a good 3-point shooter. I don't think they are. Like, I just, I always come back to, this idea of Kawhi Leonard shooting and Greg Popovich, like, having a sit down with Kawhi and just like, you have to understand that the reason why we want you to shoot, it's not because we want you to score X amount of points. It's because when you shoot, we have a better chance of winning. And I don't think anybody on this team has that mentality where they're allowing people to shoot because it's the best chance to win. And until they get that, until they figure that part out, it just looks like a bunch of like selfish older basketball players that don't really care about the team concept. It's like they're there to get their buckets and to make sure that their points per game for their career don't go down in this season. And it's just really, really frustrating and, kind of icky to watch. And at some point, you do have to pull the plug on everything that isn't part of the future.
Yeah.
The problem is there's not enough players that are part of the future to do that.
Totally. This is not. This isn't bench everyone, bring up Dylan Cardwell, bring up what's his name, Isaiah Stevens.
Yeah, Isaiah Stevens.
This is not
Daquan
that.
Plowden.
Yeah, this isn't that. But this is why is? I want to stop on Nate Clifford for a second.
Yeah.
He has played more than 20 minutes 3 times in 10 games since coming back from injury. So I have 2 concerns here.
Mm-hmm.
One, this is not about the future. And the team is not aligned in what they're looking for and what they're trying to accomplish this year. 2, my other concern is, maybe Nick Clifford just isn't that good. Like we sit here and we go, hey man, the basketball IQ and the defensive switchability and oh man, like that's great, but it's not like he's putting up huge numbers when he's on the court. Not that you get a real opportunity to with this batch of players, but maybe that's just it, and maybe I've just dramatically overshot what Nick Clifford is going to be as a basketball player. But I know for sure I don't know because he's not getting enough minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's a rookie. I'd also say it's the first game of a back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the game where you probably should play rookies, or you should play younger players. And not only that, but, like we can go up and down the list and look at, at least Reynaud played like 19 minutes last night, right? But if Domas is back tonight, I would not expect Reynaud to play at all.
Yeah, I would be shocked if he plays.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play, especially if in addition to Domas coming back, if Keegan Murray makes his return, it would eliminate almost any need for a guy like Maxime Reynaud to play. But my point is, like, you got a game the next night, and I didn't think DeMar DeRozan was horrible last night. I mean, he was like 1 of 6 from the field in the first half, and he, I think one of the things that Doug pointed out in his post game, it's the third quarter, right, when they really lost the game. They had 9 turnovers, and then on top of the 9 turnovers, he said they were blocked 7 times. That was just like they were forcing shot after shot, and just like, what are you doing? Like, that shot has no chance of getting anywhere near the basket. And just watching them have no like self-realization and no ability to like go to someone who will get you a bucket and stem the tide. There was none of that. They didn't even look for it. It's like, let's hoist up a ill-advised bad 3. Okay, well, we didn't get the rebound. Guess we're playing defense again. Yeah, it was like very disheartening to watch as a game like sort of disintegrated. At the same time, I do look at the game and I'm like, I did not expect them to compete at all. And at least they did give me that. They gave me a level of compete that I appreciated. It wasn't a 30-point blowout. You got beat by a much, much better team. And you needed an A+ game to win that, and for them to have a C game. And they didn't have a C game, and you didn't have an A+ game. You probably had a B+ game, but their C+ or B- game was way better than what you could muster.
Yeah, man. I don't know how much. I don't know how much worse it is if, like, I know it's worse because he's a rookie and theoretically plays a different position. But like, if Nick Clifford is getting half of Dennis Schroeder's minutes, are we sitting here calling for jobs?
No, I mean, if he's getting half of DeMar DeRozan's minutes,
sure. Pick a player.
I mean, that's his position. That's his position. So why one guy's playing 35 minutes and one's playing 8? You got me.
Yeah.
Especially when the dude's 36 years old and plays on the second night of a back-to-back tonight.
Yeah, I don't understand. I do kind of wonder if Underdog Daily Fantasy might have been a little bit prescient yesterday.
Okay.
Because they falsely tweeted out a Kings lineup change where Zach LaVine went to the bench for Malik Monk.
It was from somebody.
Yes, somebody tweeted that out. Underdog ran with it and then deleted it because it wasn't correct.
Yeah.
But like, I hope so. Great. Do that. Do that with Zach. Do it with DeMar DeRozan and start Nick Clifford. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's just like, I agree with you. I think part of this is in service of like, we're trying to win, but you're not. You can't be at 3-12 and sit here and tell me they're like, Nick isn't playing because we got games to win. What are you talking about? Put him in the game. Let him get some burn. Find out if you've got something here or not. It doesn't, nothing the Kings are doing makes sense to me, because you said there's not been like some mandate. There's nobody inside the building that's like, oh, we need to make the play-in tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Great. Love to hear it. Act like it then. I'm not, I just don't get what they're doing. I don't understand leaning on Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and having Nate Clifford play 8 minutes in a game.
Yeah, and I would point out that last season when Zach LaVine knew he was going to get traded, he had a pregnant wife at home, and the Bulls said, "Go ahead and leave. Go ahead and take off and go home, and we'll call you when you're traded." Right?
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like we're at that point with a couple of these players. Just go ahead and stay home. We're good. Like, you go ahead and stay home. We're not going to risk you coming out here, and you can show up at the gym and you can work out in the practice facility. If you want to show up on game nights and hang out with the team, that's fine. But we're kind of done. We're kind of done with this experiment, because at this point, like, this team has hit such a low point that I don't know how you recover. I don't know. It's intriguing though.
Is
like
it?
I want to know what they look like.
That's
I want to
right.
know what they look like today, if in fact Keegan and Sabonis play. We're gonna have to see though. You had this interesting note on Precious Achiuwa.
Yeah.
Actually, you texted me last night about it
I
too.
did.
Yeah.
This was the one. So I said I had a good thing and a bad thing last night. Nate Clifford was the bad thing. Maybe this is, I'm just grasping at anything right now, and this is insane. But man, I'd sign Precious Achiuwa. I'm not anything crazy. I think I said to you 3 and 15.
Yeah, 3 and 15. I said probably more like 2 and 8.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
He's 26. He busts his ass. He's getting rebounds. He's saving I texted you after he made that play, saving the ball that was going out of bounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it went into the stands to get, it's like, man, hell yeah. A 26-year-old busting his ass. So what do you finish with last night? His stat line wasn't bad.
15 and 9?
15, 9 and 3 with a steal. Like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I will take it.
He was fun. I always worry about guys like him, because I bring up it's the cautionary tale of Ike Diogu. Like, Ike Diogu finished the 2008-9 season with the Kings and put up 28 points in one game and 32 the next, right? The final 2 games of the season. And while he was doing that, Kings fans were going crazy, saying, "Oh, let's sign him to a," even at that point, the salary cap was way lower. It was like a 3-year, $9 million deal, or let's lock him up.
A reasonable contract.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was more than because the salary cap was only like $59 million or something. So it was way, way more than what he was going to make. And I was like, yeah, he's really not that good. He just had 2 games where he put on a show. Just like Scalabrine Sierra scored 30-something points in the final game of a season, right? I worry a little bit about Precious Achiuwa being that type of guy, where he's just like, he's going out there and playing harder than everybody else, and it stands out. And, he's taller than Drew Eubanks, more athletic than Drew Eubanks. Well, maybe they're the same height, but like, what he's doing is like, it's cool, but would that happen on a good team? It's almost like,
no, because the Knicks and Heat have let him go.
Well, yeah, but who's the dude for Portland that tore up the Kings?
Oh God, what was his name? Dwap Reef.
Yeah. He's still there in Portland, but you're gonna have those nights every once in a while where a guy goes out on the court and just busts somebody up, and you're like, oh man.
But I'm not saying max the guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying start him.
Well, my question, I literally wrote during the game, should they start him? Like, when Keegan comes back, should Keegan be at the 3 with Precious Achiuwa at the 4?
Yes.
Like, why not?
There's nothing the Kings should be doing right now that is beholden to Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan.
No, I totally agree.
If they think, or they want to go, hey, I want to see, okay, Keegan moving to the 3 is something that Scott Perry is not obsessed with, but it believes that the Kings need to do.
Oh, he wants that for sure.
Yes. Great. Do it. You can just do that. You're the GM and Doug's the coach. Put your heads together and figure out, hey, all right, we need to put Keegan at the 3. Cool. We're on the same page here. Cool. Precious, you're going to start at the 4. Why not? Give me the argument against that. Outside of, well, you can't bench Zach LaVine or you can't bench DeMar DeRozan. Like, yes, you can.
Yes.
You're 3 and freaking 12.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray is under contract for a lot of money moving forward. Put him in his position that you're going to play him at.
Yeah, I mean, you have Keegan Murray under contract for 6 years, right? He signed a 5-year deal. That 5-year deal kicks in next year. So this year and 5 more. I don't just want Keegan Murray to step on the court and have to be the Keegan Murray was last year. I need Keegan Murray to step on the court, and you have to put players around him that will allow him to develop into the player that he might be. He might not ever get there, but you can't sit there and go, okay, well, we didn't really try it, but he's probably not going to be that guy now. Because that's kind of where we are now. Like, the only way to support Keegan Murray in the right way, and maybe it's not fair, but it's to actually give him the shots that would allow him to develop. And I don't see that as a possibility when you look at this team right now. And it's a bunch of dudes who do not care about that at all. They are not here to make sure that Keegan Murray is good a year from now or 2 years from now, because they won't be here. That's why I said in the beginning, you want to set a culture, you want to like establish this type of grit and this is who we are. How do you do that when like 8 of the players probably won't be here, and probably like 2 years from now, probably 13 of the players won't be here? Like, how do you establish that culture when that's what you're facing? Like, that's where I get so confused about like the messaging early in the season. Like, you can establish that you're going to yell at your players if they don't do what you're asking.
Right.
But that's it. Like, what's the other alternative? I tell you what the alternative is not. It's not playing Keon Ellis 10 minutes and Neat Clifford 8 minutes. That's not the alternative. You have got to play them now. Like, write this season off, whatever it is, like, start playing for how do I develop, how do I bring these players around and let them succeed? Because as of right now, just because you get Keegan Murray back does not mean you're going to put Keegan Murray in any sort of position to succeed.
No.
He's just coming here to do all the dirty work that the other guys refuse to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's going to go stand in the corner.
Yeah, you go stand in the corner and then go defend Luka and go defend Shea and go defend Ant-Man and like whatever.
And maybe he does all those things and does all the right things, and that is just this overwhelming force that gets everybody to kind of follow in his footsteps. And we see a dramatically different version of the Kings. And oh my God, look at this Keegan Murray franchise changer. I doubt it. But like, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Kings are hoping. That, Keegan Murray dramatically changes the course of this season. He does.